Yeah, that's enough to crash everything. A hitch in the internet crashes everything. Uh huh. Chrome.
First day, the entire parking lot was packed, but just then I found a cozy spot in corner. Slowly, I made my way in, feeling like a pro, until I heard an awful.
Yes. He's getting distraught. Yep, Mr. John's getting in trouble today.
All right, guys. The excuse me, right here. Name, line. I'm gonna
Full screeching sound, I'd hit a car. It made a huge dent. While I was reeling in shock, calculating the damage, a tall boy stopped and stared at me. Wow, that's as big as the Grand Canyon. Good job. Sarcasm is not helping, dude. Do you have any idea whose car this is? Let me see. Looks like mine. Sure enough, he unlocked the door and tossed his backpack inside.
Oh my god, unfazed. That's the most nonchalant shit ever. Somebody runs into your car, damn. Damn, good job. But I'd be pissed. I'd be like, bro, you fucking hit my car.
My mind went into overdrive. How could he be so indifferent after I dented his very pricey looking car? I'm so sorry. This is totally my fault. I'll make it up to you. Cool. Get it repaired then. I looked at him confused. There was no way I could afford to repair the damages.
The fuck you look confused? I'll make it up to you. Yeah, pay for the fucking car. I looked at him confused. There was no way I could pay for the car. You hit the car, dumbass. You gotta pay for the car. You hit the car, pay for the car. The fuck? What do you mean? Oh, I could repay you. How?
Before I could respond, he inched closer, and I swear he smelled like oranges. Or you could agree to go on a date with me.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, the devastating risk.
Paul, take your time. There's no rush. I'm Caleb, by the way. He was cute, but I'd barely met the guy.
Well, they run into my car. They run into my still car in a parking lot. Simply never. If you're that bad of a driver to where you fucking ram my car backing in, no. Right? Like, if it was a moving car, yeah, sometimes you'll run into shit, right? Like, you ram my still car, no. Bro's really about to ask her out on a date? Yeah, she's gonna keep denting that shit.
About it hard before saying yes, and later found out that Caleb was freaking rich. His dad owned a multi-million-dollar company.
Damn, that's why you want to be with him?
You're doing the creek ride on Wednesday?
Damn, so you're gonna use him. You're gonna hit his car, not pay for it, and then use him for his money. L.
And basically everyone's parents at school worked for his father. He was like a huge deal. Caleb and I went on several dates after that, and I grew to like him. He was a great listener.
Wow, you grew to like him, huh?
And totally grounded. I want to start a business of my own one day, like a super cute fashion line. That sounds ambitious, but I'm sure you'll pull through. I can feel it. A month later, when he asked me to be his girlfriend, he filled my car with roses and a giant stuffed teddy bear. I was happy, but the girls in school just went bonkers. On our first date as a couple, Caleb gifted me an expensive handbag.
Over for that. Over over for that. That ain't even his damn money. That's his parents' money. Over for that. Over for that. A fucking Gucci bag? A fucking Gucci bag? Not a Gucci bag, a Gucci bag? Those are even better. No. Bro, I have a kid one day. Hey, Dad, taking a girl out on a date. Can I get her this $3,000 Gucci bag? No, son. You could get her $10 of flowers. No, son. Here's a rose. Here's a rose. Write her a letter. Fuck off. You'll shake your cup down below, bottom left tag. That's it. Back to the video.
The original version of my fake one. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah,
but
never.
I can't take this. You're my girlfriend now, and you only deserve the best. Caleb insisted, and I couldn't say no. It was my favorite brand after all. One day after school, Caleb invited me to his place where he lived all by himself, while he swam in
He's in high school.
While he swam after school, Caleb invited me to his place where he lived all by himself, while he swam in
And then you also want us to send
He's in high school.
do a ticket as well for this for Wednesday.
This shit's straight out of an anime. Bro, dead ass. What do you mean? You live alone in your own house? In your own mansion? You're like 16. You ain't living alone.
his private pool. I sketched new fashion designs in my journal. What do you think? Very chic. You know you don't have to work, right? I'll have more than enough money to support us.
Oh.
I know, but this is my dream, and I want to do this for myself. Whatever floats your boat, love. Just remember, I'll always be there for you. That summer, I decided to take a business class at a local community college.
Someone said he's ugly. It's an animated fucking video. What are you, you're judging the attractiveness of a fucking stick figure?
I was by far the youngest one there. Not that I cared. I belonged there. I was busy concentrating on what the professor was saying when a heavy voice interrupted me. So, Professor, you know all this from your successful businesses? I turned around to see a cute guy in the back corner, leaning in his chair with his feet propped
Isn't that her fucking boyfriend?
up on the desk. Excuse me, I'm just saying, if you knew anything about marketing, you wouldn't be teaching. They went back and forth
No,
for...
that is kind of facts, though. That is kind of facts. I always think about that. Like, marketing professors. I'm so sorry. Bro, I took a marketing class in college. I was like, why are you... No, that's like so facts, though. Like, you're a marketing professor. Why are you teaching me how to market, right? Like, you're... Like, if you were amazing at marketing, you could, like, just go into a marketing job. Like, any other college profession, I get it. But, like, marketing specifically and a lot of business-esque classes. Like, maybe when they're older, I get it. But, like, a young marketing professor, I'm like, why are you teaching? Like, you could make more doing marketing.
and angrier while the boy remained calm. I couldn't believe how rude he was, but I had to agree. He wasn't entirely wrong. After class, I decided to grab lunch at the college dining hall. I was finishing a sketch in my journal when that rude boy came behind me in line. Is that meant for a unicorn?
Is that supposed to be the same guy?
Excuse me? So now you're a PhD in designing too? That's designing? Let me show you something. Listen, I don't know what your deal is, but you cannot insult... Before I could finish, he pulled out his phone and showed me a clothing website filled with plain black t-shirts, and they were listed at over $100 each. This...
Nah, but it says Supreme on it. No, bro, but it says... Nah, bro, but it says Supreme on it, though, bro. Nah, dude, it says Supreme on it, though. That makes it pretty good. Nah, that makes it pretty valuable, though. Nah, but like, no, but like these plain black t-shirts, bro, Yee made them. Nah, but like, bro, like Yee made these. Like, these are Yee's black t-shirts, bro. Like, $100? Bro, like, I know it says Gildan, and then he crossed it over and put Yee. But like, come on, man, bro. Like, trust me, bro. These are... Like, the quality of this product is, like, way better than anything else.
This is my business. These boring black tees, you could get these anywhere.
Yeah, and he probably makes $1 million a day, bro.
Few apps and showed me his bank statements. The number almost made me fall backwards. How could this guy be making thousands of dollars selling regular old t-shirts?
Because people are stupid. No, like, I understand brand values, right? Like, I'm not gonna shit on you if you buy, like, Supreme shirts or Oakley or Nike or whatever. Well, Nike ain't that expensive. It's just, like, a common brand, right? But, like, I understand that. Like, I'll buy nice shirts that are just plain. But, like, sitting there and buying, like, a $200 pair of jeans that look like a regular pair of jeans, but they're made by the same fucking company that makes good products or something, like, come on. Like, it's the same fucking material. It's just the company on the inside, which you can't even see.
I don't get it. Why are you even taking classes? What can I say? I'm a sucker for knowledge. You're crazy. Actually, I'm Eric, and you need a better teacher. Someone who knows how to make big bucks in real life and not some loser professor. He went on to cut me in line and buy the cheapest thing on the menu. For a while, I avoided Eric like the plague. I didn't want my work associated with him, but the more I researched about his business, the more I realized I needed his expertise. He could sell t-shirts just from the hype alone. So that following week, I put my pride aside and asked him to tutor me. Little did I know, it would turn out to be my biggest mistake. He talked way too fast and laughed at all my questions. He even made me work the customer service line for his business to understand how businesses work. I complained about Eric to...
Oh no. Is that bad? That's not even that fun. Oh no, he gave you on-hand experience on selling products. How rude of him.
Caleb all day. He's so rude and mean. I don't even know how to deal with him. Drop his classes then. I can't do that. He's good at what he does, and I can genuinely learn so much from him. Then take his attitude with a pinch of salt. Anyway, I have something that'll cheer you up. I want you to meet my parents. I was shocked. I only ever saw his dad on...
You want me to meet your family like any other regular fucking boyfriend or girlfriend would do? What the fuck?
On billboards or on TV commercials. Being nervous was an understatement.
You want me to meet a person?
We met them at an expensive Italian restaurant in town the next week. His dad stood up to shake my hand, but when I looked over his shoulder, I saw none other than my tutor sitting at the same table.
Oh my fucking god. It's the older brother. It's the older fucking brother.
You must be Emma. We've heard great things. Just then, Caleb saw Eric too, and he seemed mad. What are you doing here? Not even a hello, brother? Brother? My head...
Yo, what the fuck is that animation?
Spun in a million circles. Eric and Caleb? Brothers? Caleb looked ready to fight him until their father got in between them. I invited him here, son. He's still family. Caleb backed off, but I was still in shock. And to make matters worse, Eric pretended he'd never met me. Caleb's parents ordered me all kinds of delicious courses, but I couldn't find the stomach to eat anything. And after dinner, Caleb took me straight home and angrily drove off without saying goodbye. During our next tutoring session, I was still fuming when Eric walked up. Why didn't you tell me about your family? You never asked. And besides, I didn't think we're that close. What do you mean? You're related to my boyfriend and you... Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. You're not really his type, to be honest. That's not the point. I can't deal with this. I'm leaving. Wait, Emma, I'm sorry. I was just being a jerk. I calmed down as Eric spoke that
Yo, is this a real story? This seems like the dumbest shit ever.
Been estranged from his family for 2 years because he refused to take over the family business. His clothing line was a result of wanting to prove he could make something successful without being connected to them.
W innovation. This kid's cool. Better than the other brother. W innovation. W innovation. W brother. Kinda cocky. Proved his parents wrong though. Big dub.
If me understood. I still wanted to pursue my clothing line dream, even though Caleb said I didn't have to. When I told Eric, he didn't laugh, but he seemed impressed.
Oh,
Take out your...
nah, she gotta get with the brother. She gotta get with the older brother. Nah.
Peter, you're making a website today. Eric helped me create my website from scratch.
She gotta cheat with the fucking sibling.
As usual,
Crazy.
super fast, and I scrambled to keep up. But when I looked in my laptop reflection and saw him laugh, he looked different to me. Almost attractive. Snap out of it, Emma. He's your boyfriend's brother. My website was good, but for the first few days, I didn't get many orders. But I didn't lose hope.
She's out with the older brother, or the younger brother because he was rich. Now she got to skip on him for the older brother. That shit is crazy.
Continued sketching and building my brand. I worked on them for days until one night I got a call from Caleb and he sounded a bit off. Want to talk about it? Not really, but I have a surprise for you. Caleb told me that he'd put my name in a small fashion show for new designers. I couldn't believe it. Oh, you really shouldn't have. Yes, I should, and yes, I will. I've decided to be more supportive of your dream. That's...
Yeah, she already got with the older brother, though. She already got with the older brother, though, so it don't even matter. At this point, it's over. GG's.
Thank you. I was over the moon that day, but when I told
and then what do you do, right? Like, you cheat on the younger brother with the older brother. You can't stay with the older brother. And that's gonna ruin their family relationship, too.
Eric, he
And
didn't
also an L brother if you get from it. Like, that's nuts.
sound as impressed. It's just a small show. Yeah, but it's big for me. And maybe after this, I might actually get some customers. You will come to the show, won't you? You're inviting me? Well, you've helped me get this far. It would be rude of me not to. When the day came, I peered at the audience behind the curtain. I was blown away to see Eric sitting in the back row. I was glad he showed up. Too glad.
Nah! Yo, she didn't even give a fuck her boyfriend did this all for her. She cared about the older brother. That is fake as hell.
Glad he showed up. Too glad to admit. Once my models were ready, they were off strutting down the catwalk wearing my designs. Surprisingly, the audience went crazy.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Have you ever seen a fashion show? They fucking sit there, silent, and clap. They're not screeching like it's a fucking sports festival.
Walked out and bowed with the last model, and then jumped into Caleb's arms. Behind his shoulder, Eric was watching, and he looked irritated. By the time I made my way to the back of the room, Eric was gone. The show had tremendously boosted my sales. Caleb invited me to his...
64 sales. Oh my god.
Will be there. Sorry. Why do you hate him so much? He's a total jerk. Anyone would kill to get my father's business, but he would rather do his own thing. Whatever. Joke's on him. I get the business now. Caleb's words didn't sit right with me, but I kept it to myself. We got to his mansion, and my eyes instantly started searching for Eric, but he didn't show up. We were halfway into the party when Eric strode through the door with a girl. Guess I wasn't missed.
Oh my god! Eric had another girl? Even though I was clearly into him. Even though I am dating his brother, he had the audacity to come in with another woman.
Mom, Dad, this is Angelica. My stomach turned. Since when did Eric have a girlfriend?
Oh my god, I felt betrayed.
The looks on everyone's faces, they were thinking the same thing. Angelica's a model from New York. She has her own beauty brand. The more I watched them interact, the more I felt sick. It didn't make sense to me why I cared so much.
Oh my god, this girl can go fuck herself. Literally, like, I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad. Bro, she's mad that her boyfriend's brother has a girlfriend.
Care for different reasons. That's so typical. Inviting people without asking Dad? Ugh. Spare me for not being Dad's little saint. Suddenly, Caleb's dad flew into a rage, making Eric's date shrink away from the scene.
That's enough, Eric. If you don't want to be part of this family, then stay out.
Gladly, Father. Gladly. He turned and left the party. I found myself following
That's
him.
kind of Sigma male shit, though. Alright, Dad, I'm gonna be more successful than you without your fucking help. Immediately rises. Oh, fuck. Dude, that's Sigma male shit. That's like anime. That's literally anime movie stuff.
Eric, wait. I'm sure he didn't mean it. And you've known them for what, a week? Now you're an expert? I looked into his eyes and saw there was pain there, even though he tried to hide it. You do care. You act like you don't, but you do. His face was so tense, I thought he would snap. Instead, he sighed and turned away.
Just leave me alone.
Listen, I need to... As I rushed behind Eric, my toe caught on a bump in the sidewalk and the ground rushed up to me. When I sat up, my ankle was throbbing, and Eric swooped me up in his arms. As he carried me back, I couldn't stop myself from falling for him. I knew that...
Yo, if this ain't the fucking dumbest goddamn video I have ever seen in my entire life.
I fell over and he swooped me up like a prince.
You fucking tripped. You fucking tripped. And he helped you up. Oh my god. How valiant of him.
This was wrong. I was with Caleb, but Eric was so much kinder and helpful and sort of a jerk.
Yo, he ain't even into you, though. How the hell is the title of the video turns out my boyfriend is faker than my Gucci bag? You're the one that's fake.
But he was always there when I needed him. After that day, I decided to keep my distance from Eric. Caleb was my boyfriend, and I couldn't betray him. I spent my days working on making my business better, and one day, my brand ended up exploding all over social media. I had to investigate, so I went online and did some online digging. The root of it, I discovered, was none other than Eric's site where he'd promoted my line. He also left me an email in my inbox.
I know you don't want any boosts or freebies, but us entrepreneurs have to stick together. Enjoy the extra press. You've worked hard and you deserve it. Sincerely, your tutor.
I wanted to find him and thank him, but Caleb told me he was leaving the country to open up a store in England, and he was taking off that night.
Good riddance.
You don't care that you'll never see your own brother again?
Not really, no. But why do you care so much?
I don't...
Facts! Facts! Why do you care?
Oh, I was just...
Wait, please, don't tell me you have feelings for my brother. You do, don't you?
Before I could say anything, Caleb snapped.
After I supported your dumb business, you went behind my back and cheated on me with my brother?
Caleb... I didn't cheat on you.
Yo, but you were about to. You were about to, though. You thought about it.
Smothered all over your face. Dad was right about you. You're classless and...
Shut up. You're the worst, Caleb. I had no idea you thought so low of me. But I'm glad you told me now. And by the way, eat bugs.
Eat bugs. Eat bugs. Yeah, what a dumbass fucking comeback is that?
We're done. I was horrified with how mean Caleb was. And after that day, I broke all ties with him. I tried calling Eric multiple times, but he never returned my call. So, I guess
yeah, maybe because he wasn't into you.
That was done too. Some months later, I opened up a popular boutique in the city, keeping Eric's note at the bottom of my register. I tried to keep my mind off him as best as I could, and decorated my office with selfies of my parents enjoying their vacation in Greece. One night, just as I was closing the boutique...
You decorated your apartment with pictures of your parents on vacation? Bit weird.
I heard a voice behind me.
Does this come in amends?
Eric! I rushed and hugged him tight.
That's a reaction I could live for. Now tell me, do you have a size larger? I ate too many burgers.
Yo, that looks like the ugliest fucking t-shirt I've ever seen in my entire life. That literally looks like it's patched together with fucking rags.
It's in England.
Taking the shirt he was holding, I went into the back room and found a large for him to try on. He
so
too
ugly.
handed me one of
so fucking ugly. Oh my god.
his overpriced t-shirts. How is it?
I feel like a unicorn. What about yours?
Oh, you know.
Oh my
feels
god.
like a regular
would never wear that.
old t-shirt. Laughing, he grabbed my shirt and pulled me in for a kiss.
Yo, what are the comments like on this shit? The way she treated Caleb like a bad person and gaslighted him, and treated Eric like a second choice. Facts, boo. Facts, boo. The audacity of Emma saying Caleb's the worst one while he supported her was calm when she... What? Was calm when she crashed his car and was kind to her. Facts. You eat. The audacity of this girl to call Caleb worse when she's actually the one being worse. Facts. Caleb is calm and is calm about Emma wrecking his car. Wait, and then I just
She'd spend...
on that. Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm leaving this video. Yellow for the 300 bits. Caleb got no riz. Caleb got no riz. I think she was the one in the wrong here. I mean, he dissed her at the end, which was a bit fucked up, like L. Caleb for that. But, like, bro, she literally thought about cheating on her boyfriend with her boyfriend's brother. The entire... Totally obsessed Peter Pan. We have, like, 3 of these videos. I've never seen them.
Randy Constant is a 50-year-old man who likes to...
Indiana. Never heard of it. All right, let's listen to the Andrew song. Is it TOS? You're smart, you're not.
It's somebody you can give a Rubik's Cube and they can...
I'm walking off camera. Fuck off, don't say ew. If you don't know who the Ace family is, it's the most popular YouTube family channel. They're supposed to be like Full House. Like, they're the perfect family. She's like a fitness model. He's Austin McBroom. I don't know what he even did before the fucking Ace family. He fought Bryce Hall, all that shit. Whatever, who fucking cares? They have like 20 million subs.
Ace family home that they're always flexing is being foreclosed on.
They will soon no longer have their house, which is really the only visual we have that they're successful.
I think that they bit off more than they could chew when they started hiring all this high-end talent.
And now he's about to lose everything.
Yeah, no, they were really stupid financially. Like, this was a really bad financial investment. They're losing their fucking house.
Austin McBroom is such a freaking scammer. I hope this guy goes to jail.
The Ace family only had so long before their golden facade of extravagance eventually came crumbling down, taking a move right out of Dan Bilzerian's playbook.
I fucking hate Dan Bilzerian, dude. The dude that claims he's like a fucking multi-millionaire, but everything he buys is fucking financed, and then he doesn't pay it off, and he just declares bankruptcy or some shit. But he quotes his success on his massive gambling success. And how good he is at playing, like, poker and black.
blackjack. But then, like, people went into, like, his casino records, and they found that, like, the amount of money he was
First up, we're in Dayton Municipal Court in Ohio for a bench trial. Judge Mia Spells presiding. 55-year-old Anthony Matthews has been charged with driving on a suspended license. Matthews considers himself a sovereign citizen, someone who believes that certain laws don't apply to him. And as the trial begins, it's clear that he's not planning on playing by the rules.
And you meant that you dismissed this man immediately.
Matthews has already filed several motions aimed at challenging the court's authority over him, but the judge isn't swayed.
Let me explain to you the rules here in the court. Let me explain to you the rules of the court, sir.
You now can't take part in the trial. Not at all.
Judge Spells warns Matthews that by continuing to interrupt her, he's pushing his luck with the court.
You can be found with contempt if you continue to interrupt me. We'll proceed with trial with you an extension, sir, and we're going to find you in contempt. What I'm going to do is give you... You're interrupting the proceedings of the court, sir, and it is direct contempt. It is direct contempt, and we're going to take you into custody, sir. We will give you a hearing, and we'll have the hearing. We will find counsel for you.
As deputies close in on Matthews, tensions reach a boiling point. As Matthews squares off against the deputy, two off-duty police officers in the jury box get up to help detain him. One of them throws several punches at Matthews. As Judge Spells and courtroom staff clear the area. More deputies pile into the courtroom as Matthews is taken to the ground. In total, 6 people are involved in taking Matthews down. After several minutes and 2 pairs of handcuffs, Matthews is escorted out of the courtroom. The following day, Matthews appears again before Judge Spells to answer for the contempt of court charge. He's still representing himself, but this time he has a new attitude.
Yesterday's procedure is in error on my behalf. Take full blame for my actions.
The court believes the conduct of Mr. Matthews severely threatened the integrity of the court and its proceedings, and such that immediate action was necessary.
Judge Spells sentenced Matthews to a year of probation and time served for both the driving on a suspended license and contempt of court charges. But he was also charged with 2 counts of assault on a peace officer, 1 count of obstructing official business as a result of his scuffle with the court deputies and other court officials. He remains free awaiting trial on those charges.
You are in contempt, Mr. Chitalgate? You don't be quiet right now. I will have you arrested.
We're in Eureka, Montana. The man wearing the no hunting or trespassing sign around his neck is Ernie Tertelgate, Montana's proverbial sovereign citizen, better known as the natural living man. The 57-year-old's in court today representing himself on charges of driving with a suspended license and obstructing a peace officer during his arrest. But now, after Tertelgate interrupted proceedings during jury selection, Judge Stormy Langston holds him in contempt of court.
You are in contempt, Mr. Chitalgate? You don't be quiet right now. I will have you arrested. Officer Knight, take Mr. Chitalgate into custody, please.
As security attempts to remove Tertelgate, Town Attorney Clifton Hayden keeps one of his supporters at bay.
You understand? Keep your hands off of me. Keep your hands off of me. Keep your hands off of me.
just as it looks like Tertelget is being escorted out, he isn't.
What are we doing? Back off.
Tertelget is almost out of the courtroom when he grabs the doorway and pushes back against the officer.
What are we doing? Back off. Leave me alone, Clayton.
As the somewhat awkward wrestling match continues, Tertelget's supporters add commentary.
This man, leave me alone. Deserve this. Leave me alone. Unconstitutional.
He hasn't done any wrong.
Why has no one been able to tell him what's wrong? He's not doing me harm. Why has no one been able to tell him what wrong? Back off. Are you getting it? I'm backing off. Respect me.
From the floor, Tertelget continues the sovereign citizen argument that the court doesn't hold jurisdiction over.
When I comply, it will not be because contract is established.
When Tertelget finally gets handcuffed, one of his supporters addresses Judge Langston.
Your Honor, can I ask a question without getting punched for?
What is your question, sir?
My question is what did Ernie do wrong? What did he do wrong?
He's not following the procedure and
The court has no jurisdiction. What are the procedures to follow? Procedures. The court has no jurisdiction. This court has never answered for one thing. Okay, at the very least, the common rules of being civil in a civil society. Can we hold that officer as remove my materials. All these people here. No, you don't listen. All these people remove my materials. Get my hat, my coat.
Following the incident, Ernie Tertelget was found guilty of contempt of court, but served no jail time. He was also charged with assaulting a peace officer. That case is still pending. As for his original charge of driving with a suspended license, he was also found guilty, but again served no jail time. The charge of obstructing a peace officer was dismissed.
Get out of the vehicle! Get out now!
Next, we go to a preliminary hearing in Chattanooga, Tennessee. The defendant is 38-year-old Gregory Parker. He's been charged with reckless endangerment, driving with a revoked license, resisting arrest, and a number of other charges. 4 months earlier, Parker was driving on a Tennessee highway when State Trooper Dale Herring clocked him going 91 miles per hour in a 65 zone. After a few minutes, the officer catches up to him.
It's a red Chevy pickup with ladders on top. Not yet. I believe he's looking for a safe place to pull over.
Officer Herring remains calm, thinking the driver is about to pull over.
221, we're approaching Broad, 18 miles an hour. At the stoplight.
After a couple of miles, Parker comes to a stop at a traffic light. He's also been live streaming the incident over social media.
Well, I'm being pulled over. Got a Tennessee Highway Patrol behind me.
Hey, get out!
The officer approaches the vehicle and is all business.
Get out of the vehicle! Get out now! Get out of the vehicle now! Get out of the vehicle now!
Herring's in no mood for conversation.
Get out of the vehicle now! Get out of the vehicle now!
Emergency! Why are you jerking on me? What's the problem?
You have any weapons on you?
What's the problem?
Put that cell phone down. What are you doing this? Put your hands behind your back.
What's the emergency? What crime have I committed?
You didn't stop.
I was trying to find a safe place to pull off, brother.
You didn't stop. You passed up plenty.
The officer brings Parker to his feet, gives him the news.
You're under arrest.
Do you have a warrant for my arrest?
You're under arrest.
For what?
For not stopping.
Parker was arrested and released on $60,000 bond. He arrives at his preliminary hearing with his camera rolling, and things are off to a rough start.
Go that way. Go that way. Don't be pushing on me. Go this way. Why are you assaulting me? Get Get your hands off of me.
Sir, move out
I
the
did
way.
not consent with this bullshit anyhow. Don't be pushing me around. Before I cross this bar, I waive no rights and I retain all my rights.
Parker barely acknowledges the authority of the court or the judge. His legal arguments are ones commonly used by sovereign citizens, a group who believes certain laws don't apply to them.
I don't have an attorney. I have no need for one.
The judge provides Parker with a public defender, who will act only as an armchair attorney. Parker will handle the questioning of Officer Herring himself. He asks Herring a number of seemingly irrelevant questions, perhaps hoping to confuse the officer.
When did you come to the determination I was driving?
When I got behind you and you were behind the wheel of the vehicle.
I think that's been answered, sir. You can ask your next question.
You know the difference between driving and traveling?
I'm going to object to that question because it's irrelevant under the state law.
That's fully irrelevant.
I'll sustain the objection. You may ask your next question.
Who is the victim in this situation?
I'm going to object to the relevance of that.
Sustain. That is not relevant. You may ask your next question, sir.
Finally, after realizing his tactics don't seem to be working, Parker calls it quits.
I ain't playing y'all's game no more. Go ahead, do what you do.
After hearing from both sides, the judge makes her decision on whether the case will move forward.
Find that there's probable cause to believe that all these crimes were committed, and they were committed by this defendant here in this county. And I will bind these cases over to the grand jury.
Parker's pled not guilty, and his trial is pending. If convicted on all charges, he could spend 20 years in prison.
I ain't playing y'all's game no more.
Next, we're in Adrian, Michigan for a virtual sentencing hearing. The defendant is a sovereign citizen named Robert Mattson, who previously appeared before Judge Michael Olsaver after police found cocaine and an open alcohol container in his car during a traffic stop. His public defender negotiated a deal where Mattson would plead guilty to reduced charges and be set free until sentencing. But it did not exactly go as planned.
Mr. Mattson, can you raise your right hand, please?
If I'm not gonna get out today, there's no deal. We got trial Friday. There's no trial. I want to make sure that I'm going to be released, so I'm not going to take the plea today.
Ultimately, Mattson's lawyer convinced him to take the deal being offered that day, and he was set free on a no-fee bond. 3 months later, he's back in Judge Olsaver's court for sentencing. And rather than simply hearing what his punishment is, Mattson is ready to argue his case all over again.
So we are on the record in the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Joseph Mattson.
Judge, I think the court's making a big mistake here.
Mr. Mattson, we have discussed these issues, and ultimately you pled guilty of your own choice. And so I'm going to sentence you on that charge today.
I don't feel that I've had a fair chance. I have not relinquished any sovereign immunities that I have with the court ever since I even started with the court, because the court, the only one I've ever taken an oath to is God Almighty, who's some lawgiver, one creator, one judge. That's God Almighty. That's who I recognize.
All right, the recommendation from your probation officer is that you serve 1 year of probation. I think under normal circumstances that would be an adequate recommendation with he's gone.
Mattson has dropped out of the virtual hearing with no warning. His lawyer and a probation officer try to call him, but he's gone to a doctor's appointment. The judge has had enough.
If we don't have any contact from Mr. Mattson by the end of the day to finish the sentence, he's going to issue a bench warrant for his arrest, and we will finish the sentencing from the Illinois County Jail.
2 hours later, Mattson logs back into the virtual courtroom, and the judge picks up where he left off, with a couple of requests of Mattson.
Mr. Mattson, we are in a court proceeding right now, and so I'm going to ask you not to eat anything and to move your foot. Ultimately, Mr. Mattson, I'm going to give you a chance at probation, which includes restrictions on alcohol, beverage, is a substance use. If you choose not to comply, then I'm going to be imposing bail on you. And I'll just tell you now, it'll be a short leash because it will be the sentence of the court that you serve a period of probation for 1 year. Do you understand that, Mr. Matson?
Yes, I do.
Judge Olsaver sends Matson to speak to the probation officer, and the matter is closed, as long as Matson follows his probation requirements.
Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to A&E to never miss a new video and catch.
Alright guys, let's see it. We are spectating the console players to start. Oh wait, that's a PC player. Okay, these are the two console players. We got Livid and Much, guys.
Hey boys, if you want Chick-fil-A on the way, we gotta leave now.
What?
If you want Chick-fil-A on the way,
Piper wants Chick-fil-A.
no. Pepper's not going with me. What do you guys think about that?
I have to just do one more thing.
Shut down the computer.
Be catnip. I love you, John.
I love you too, honey.
He's been following me around like a good boy. He loves me. What do you want from Chick-fil-A? I can place the order now.
Is it lunchtime?
Yes.
Yes. 8-count chicken nugget. Large and medium sweet tea. I like my fries.
Sean, what do you want from Chick-fil-A?
I want 4 chicken strips, fries, medium sweet tea.
Haley, can I say it one more time? You are an awful person.
Why?
Treat all of us. It's just
She's amazing. What do you mean?
weird. Fragile creatures, and we're human, and we don't want to be treated this way. Am I right, fellas?
No.
We need to be treated well.
But that you're right about. But we are being treated well.
I agree. It appears my sarcasm has not been lost on you, Adam.
What's sarcasm mean?
Believe it or not, I discovered late in life that there's many people who don't know that you're being sarcastic.
But you're doing the voice.
You would think, right?
Yeah.
But no. Your mom often doesn't realize that I'm being sarcastic. Which makes me wonder, like, am I really that? She must think I'm a huge jerk. I think I speak mostly in sarcasm, like.
Yeah, you did. I fed it.
You did?
Yeah. Look, see, he's eating all the food at the top.
Hey, guy.
See? He's getting the
You
food.
happy? You're beating the odds. You're. Oh, that's why he sucks himself to the side of the thing, because it must tiring going like this all the time.
Mm-hmm. He looks dead when he does that.
I know. I thought he was dead that one day.
Oh no. I thought he was dead a couple times. I'm glad the fish is alive.
Yes, me too.
I remember remember that one time with the poor puppy?
She did that.
New Year's Eve was nothing.
Yes, I mean, for that one.
That one time with the old case where I think it was a cat or something put a hole like right here, and then all the water came out.
How did he?
I think it was scratching at the fish.
Hi.
He's not scared fingers.
Yeah.
Except for it does appear that there's mold there again.
Where? We gotta change it anyway because he hasn't been done since Christmas. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, he's probably like, dude.
He's living.
We gotta put his shark in. Where's his shark?
It's at my desk somewhere. Oh, never mind. It's gone. Oh, never mind. It's right here.
I don't know where the collar part is.
Where
I thought
is
it was on your desk, but we've moved
She's
all
hiding
the
it.
desks.
The dog's hiding it somewhere.
Or Elena's hiding it.
Doubtful.
She doesn't like it when we.
She doesn't, but she's not malicious.
I wouldn't say that would be malicious.
No, it would be.
Sean,
Yes.
these are your new dance socks. Give these to your brother.
Yo, Sean, catch.
Yes, yes, yes. Caught it with one hand, too.
I know, that was pretty impressive. Okay.
Love you, Mr. John.
Adam, want to see a magic trick?
Yes. Wow, that keyboard is dusty and musty.
I know, that one
Adam,
is.
grab this bag of trash.
But you're already leaving the
This
house.
little gray one.
So
Okay.
see, our damage is 21.
Yeah. No, actually, I didn't see.
Well, it was 21, trust me.
Okay, it was 21.
And now it's that.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Magic. I said it was a magic trick, didn't I?
Yeah, I guess that is magic. It was
Damn it,
magic.
Mom. I didn't have time to mod all my characters before I went.
Hey, Sean.
What?
Did